13 000 km, 36 heures de déplacement et 3 avions. Voici ce qui sépare Montréal du Laos, pays où se dirigeait notre équipe de 7 étudiants du Collège Sainte-Anne en février 2020. Cette immense distance pourrait nous porter à croire que ces deux nations sont entièrement différentes, culturellement et socialement, et que leurs peuples n'ont rien en commun. Pourtant, même étant situés à deux extrêmes de la planète, ces communautés isolées géographiquement ou par leur culture unique vivent des situations bien similaires. Autant chez les Hmong, dans le nord laotien, que chez les Cris dans les réserves canadiennes, ou bien chez les Quechua au Pérou, de nombreux enjeux modernes mettent constamment en péril la survie et la pérennité de ces peuples. Pour nous informer, nous sensibiliser et nous préparer à nos futures rencontres avec des membres d'ethnie au Laos, nous sommes partis à la rencontre de la communauté autochtone la plus près de chez nous, la réserve de Kanawake comptant environ 8000 habitants. Nous nous sommes plus particulièrement tournés vers le Kanawake Youth Center qui, malgré son titre trompeur, s'adresse aux personnes de tous les âges. Même si les Mohawks forment la deuxième plus grande ethnie autochtone au Québec, se chiffrant à plus de 13 000 habitants, ce petit nombre, en proportion à la population du Québec, les place en position de désavantage. C'est donc pourquoi l'équipe du Youth Center se bat pour préserver la richesse de la culture Mohawk à l'aide d'activités artistiques, d'une variété de sports et de soirées thématiques, tous ayant pour but de rassembler les chants de cette petite communauté.
It's everybody's responsibility, whether we're recreation in the youth center or it's the schools or it's our government or whoever it is. It's everybody's responsibility. We're only 13,000 people, Mohawk in the world, so we need to preserve everything we have. Like there are 13 different nations across Quebec. And how many people could actually name them? But we all get grouped together as one. But we're so different. Well, I mean, it's said that your language carries your culture. We might be 13,000 people. Not all 13,000 people speak, And it's not like we have somewhere else to go. We've been here forever. This is our homeland. We can't travel somewhere else to go home. This is home.
Just in the community, we usually partner up with other organizations with promoting our culture. So we have a cultural month.
We have fun with it, but we're promoting culture as much as we can. Because like we said earlier, it's everybody's responsibility to promote the culture, to teach the culture so that we live on.
Malgré leur culture riche et variée, les statistiques telles que les hauts taux d'incarcération et de suicide chez certaines communautés autochtones sont révélatrices d'une réalité bien plus sombre.
Obviously, you can't speak for other communities. You can speak for ours. And we promote healthy living, healthy lifestyles. We talked about numbers before, lack of participation. It's not because they're not coming here, it's because they're active in a different way. They're in organized sports, they're in music now, they're in art, they're in movies. Our community really tries to set up our youth in a way to be busy, essentially.
She hit it right in the head. Again, I've been lucky enough to travel across the country and speak to people from different communities. For example, community Attawapiskat in Ontario. It was in the news a couple of years ago that they were having an epidemic of their youth dying by suicide. Their youth were literally dying because there's nothing up there to do. And after the epidemic was going on and it was in the news and it was prominent, a bunch of their youth got together. And I remember they had flip chart on the wall and they wrote all the things that they wanted. And it went from everywhere from just like having a dentist come in or having a doctor to having a youth center and having sports and activities. And I remember looking at the list and being like, wow, it's everything we have in this community. Their youth are dying for what we have. So we're lucky that way. But on the other hand, we were talking about culture earlier. We have all the facilities and programs that some of these northern communities want. Yet those northern communities, they know their language, they know their culture, they live off the land, they hunt, and that's what people in our community are missing, and that's what we want. So it's really interesting when I travel and I talk to different people that what we have is what they want and what they have is what we want.
Aux quatre coins de la planète, les ethnies minoritaires font face à des enjeux trop souvent méconnus. Les solutions, peu importe leur nature, tardent à prendre place et sont souvent plus complexes qu'on pourrait le penser. Des magasins de cigarettes et des casinos, voilà de ce quoi a l'air Kanawake à nos yeux de Montréalais. Cependant, c'est justement de ce type d'idées préconçues que nous devrions nous méfier lors de notre séjour au Laos. Ce sont le dialogue, l'échange et l'ouverture d'esprit qui nous permettront de vivre cette expérience dans le plus grand respect de l'autre, sans jamais oublier que malgré nos différences, nous restons tous humains.